Canadian consumers have a dimmer outlook on the economy amid all these tariff threats. However, Harris has been polling Canadians and found that quite a few of us are willing to pay more to support local manufacturers, perhaps to the exclusion of US goods, of course. We're joined by Sara Cappe, president of Harris Poll Canada. Thanks very much indeed for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
I mean, this is a kind of patriotic moment. People are looking for Canadian products to buy. And you found that in general, consumers in this country are willing to pay a bit more?
Absolutely. We ran a poll in partnership with Petro-Canada, and we saw this surge in Canadian patriotism, in pride for supporting Canadian businesses and Canadian products. So right now we're seeing this surge in kind of Canadian pride.
And people are definitely willing to pay more.
We are seeing in the research that we've done that Canadians are willing to pay a premium for a Canadian-made product. They're even willing to travel a little bit more. We're seeing some Canadians also saying that they're willing to substitute a product that they've been using for a time. It could be an American product with a Canadian-made good. So we're seeing Canadians are starting to say that they're willing to make some sacrifices in order to support our homegrown economy.
And in fact, people are taking action. 1 in 3 in the past week have swapped out a purchase to support a Canadian company.
Absolutely. We're seeing that Canadians are saying that they're willing to make those substitutions. They're also looking for Canadian-made products in their everyday purchases. So that could be at the grocery store or even the kind of fast food choices that they're making. I think we're seeing these purchase decisions really, Canadians are making a shift with their purchase decisions and really thinking Canada first.
Did it come up, though, in your polling that the labeling on food doesn't always make it clear where the darn stuff comes from?
Yes, so we saw this twofold result where Canadians are really willing to make the sacrifices and either pay that premium or drive a little bit farther. But they're also saying that sometimes it can be hard to know if a product is a Canadian product. So approximately 90% of Canadians agree with that statement, that it can be difficult. So the more that Canadian companies can really help the consumer along the way to showcase what is Canadian, I think they can reap the rewards there.
Yeah. I mean, certainly I have noticed in the past generic or store brand products, it'll say prepared for so-and-so, but it won't make it clear the country of origin.
Absolutely. So I think Canadians are looking for a little bit of help in the shopping aisle, and they're saying, at least in feeling, that they're willing to make those changes and make those sacrifices in some cases in order to support our homegrown economy. Yeah,
it's interesting. I mean, you do get stuff that gets packaged in Canada. The materials might come from south of the border. I'm even thinking about something like Tim Hortons. I mean, it's owned by a US registered company. So it really, we have such integrated economies, it isn't always straightforward.
And it's interesting to see how Canadians perceive what is a Canadian product. They're definitely doing more and more research. It's something that we're seeing in our polling that they're talking about with friends and family. So it's definitely coming up in the national conversation right now.
There are other areas, you haven't released the findings yet, but there are other areas you're looking into when it comes to people's reaction to tariffs, for example?
Absolutely. I know this is something that's such an important topic right now for Canadians on our minds, and, the bread and butter issues like putting food on the table. So we're continuing to track how Canadians are feeling and the decisions that they're making at this time.
And it's interesting as well, I guess there's a marketing opportunity here. More than 80% say they're willing to try new brands in an effort to buy Canadian.
And Canadians are also saying that they're sometimes switching the brands that they're used to in order to buy a Canadian-made product.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder, will we see a shift? I mean, we've become addicted to raspberries in January. I wonder, will we see people say, well, I can buy beautiful Canadian apples at this time of year.
Right.
Maybe I'll go down that route.
And I think time will tell, and we'll see what happens with the tariffs and how that really impacts our decisions. But definitely, this is something that we want to continue to monitor and see.
Sara, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Sara Cappe, President